I've had 3 hours of sleep today. I'm swamp ass from wearing this goddamn robe because it's 90 degrees in Los Angeles. And I'm 2 days in on quote unquote watching what I eat. And I caved and had McDonald's for breakfast this morning. Hold on. I'm calling my mom.
Hit the line, what's the tea? They talk about everything. Hold on, I'm calling my mom. Paul is here, Barb too, and they talk about everything. Hold on, I'm calling my mom.
I'm hot. I'm bloated. I'm in a calorie deficit. I am 2 days in on that, and I've already had fucking McDonald's this morning. I had a half-ass workout. I had 3 hours of sleep. I came back to my apartment, and it looked like a fucking frat house in here. And I'm like, why are there goddamn pizza crumbs all over my oven and stove? And I forgot because Jordan cooked the pizza last night, and he forgot to clean it up. I love you, sweetie. I know he's listening. He forgot to clean it up. And he left this morning to go out of the country, and I slept for 3 fucking hours. 3 hours. So my irritability level right now is like here. I'm coming in hot today. Welcome to the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. I'm Paul, and we are joined with the star of the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast, Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Paul James. You're gonna be so official.
And I'm
Barbara.
like, and I'm like, and then before we even got into this fucking intro, she's asking me about her hair, how it looks. She's scared because she needs to get her her roots done, and it looks like she took two pieces of fucking LA Looks gel, and she went down. Looks like you took 2 strands of your hair and went like this. Like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, but I can't.
I don't want it all off of my forehead.
Brett's MIA. He just decided he's not doing it this week. No communication on the podcast. He just, hey, sorry, I'm not going to be there today. My bullshit meter today is this fucking big. That's all I got to say. I'm over it.
Like and intro.
I'm just like, I can't. I'm just like, I'm trying to do it all, and it's not working. It's not working.
Here we are. It's working.
Well, I was like, this is perfect timing, because I was like, if people want to see the real me, wake the fuck up, bitches. Hello, you're here, because this is what a call actually sounds like. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like going to the gym, and people are like, why are you being so hard on yourself? Why are you trying to look hot? You have a man. Bitch, I want to look hot for myself. I don't give Jordy loves me down no matter how I look. All right. That's true love. And that's what it is at the end of the day. We've seen each other highs and lows. And I'm like, I've loved him and his body in every shape and form because I love him. And I know he feels the same about me. It's not about how he perceives me. It's about how I perceive myself. Also, I'm sorry. This is how fucking hot it is in here that it's 90 degrees in LA.
Where's your freaking no.
Hold on. I have 3 fucking lights on in front of me, and the robe is here because my armpits are fucking wet right now, and I almost just had a nip slip. I'm hot. So you're not getting the robe today. We're going off the rails today. But I'm like in the gym doing this, and I'm like, why are people asking me that? And I'm doing it for myself, but I do want to make this very clear and a disclaimer to people. People treat you differently when you look quote unquote hot, because when I looked a certain way, which was speedo down, thirst trapping on Instagram, motherfuckers were showing me love left and right. Guess what? I walk into the gym now, not one bitch turns and double takes at me anymore. Okay.
Not even when you go get a bagel.
No, not even when, I have somebody that literally followed me on Instagram and, used to like slide into my DMs. I got fuzzy fucking socks on as I'm getting my bagel the other day. Look, a hot ass mess. He didn't do a double take. And I'm telling you, people go, why do you want to be hot? Well, that's why I want to be hot for myself. Well, actually, that sounds bad because I made it sound like for other people. I want to do it for myself, but I want to find power in it this time around. Meaning the first time I explored like what you can do to your body by like, watching what you eat and working out and being more consistent. I felt power in that, but my power was circumstantial to like who gave me the, almost like validation of it. Now this time around, I'm like, I don't need validation, motherfuckers. We need an extra explicit one on this episode today. And I'm like, I don't need validation from people because guess what? If these people were sliding into my DMs months from now, when I feel like I'm gonna hopefully, get to this place where I like the way that I look, they're not getting a response this time around because I don't need to appease and do that bullshit anymore. So this is for myself. It's for myself.
I hear
Sorry,
you.
as I'm
I hear
checking,
you.
as I'm looking at myself, because I went to the doctor and I was like, told you, we talked about it before, contemplated going on like a GLP-3, 1, 6, 10, 15, 21, whatever it is. And he's like telling me he can't do it, but he can give me medication to weigh out my antidepressants that it like can help me suppress my appetite. I'm like, this sounds like too goddamn much.
I just don't
I'm
understand
not
if
doing
he's
all
gonna
that.
give
I'm
you
not doing
that,
all that.
do the other, like
There's a
everybody
fucking
else
street
does.
bike outside. People
I'm
are
just gonna
speed
say,
racing.
I
I'm
thought that
over
was
it.
my stomach.
No, it's probably mine because guess what? I want ice cream now and I'm like shaming myself because I had McDonald's for breakfast, third day on a deficit, McDonald's for breakfast, had a chicken Caesar wrap that was good as fuck, and I want now ice cream to call it a night. And guess what? I'm
It's
gonna do it.
Saturday, you can do it. It's your day. It's your day.
I
You get
can't.
that day.
I know. It's just I just that's my rant for today. So how are you, by the way?
I'm just tired today, and
Yeah.
it's a nice day, sunny day, and I'm just tired. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
oh, you don't have work tomorrow.
I do not.
Period. Clock it.
Yeah, clock
Right,
it.
clock it. Um, yeah, I'm like, I need to get like my I feel so discombobulated. I'm gonna say this is most likely due to the lack of sleep, if I'm being honest. Probably that is a big factor into it. Um, yeah, I mean, I ordered McDonald's at 8 AM this morning. When am I
I
ever
know.
up at 8 AM for
I know. When
electively?
you text me, I was like, "Why is he texting me my time at 10:30?"
I
And
can't.
I'm saying to him, "I'm just getting up out of bed."
Yeah, me too. Me too. Is there anything going on you'd like to share with us? I feel like we haven't caught up and I feel like I just divulged a lot and that's the true me. If people want to know how I operate,
No,
I
I
throw it out
mean,
there, but I also like to create space for you to bring it on back.
yeah, no, I mean, things are, I hate to use the Q word, but
Quiet.
shh. Yeah, we don't use that because
Oh,
then that
okay.
disrupts everything. Um, yeah, I think
Well,
everything's good. I just, been searching realtor.com, realtors, Zillow, whatever it is.
Zillow.
Zillow.
Yeah, I know. I keep getting the notifications that keep popping up and I keep looking, but I'm like, they're not in the area that you guys want to be in.
I know. Brett literally walked out the door today because we were talking before he left, and he was like,
Was this
"We."
before or after he just claimed that he wasn't going to be on the podcast today? And a test will really be if he even knows that he's aware of it, because we'll see if he listened to this episode.
When he was leaving, we were talking about something, and he said, "We really need to move."
I know. I've been really I only ask you that, by the way, of how you're doing, because sometimes I feel like lately you haven't been like, "Oh, I'm down," or like you just really haven't been vocal about it. So I've been curious if you've been okay mentally.
Yeah, I feel a little down today, but I don't know if it's just because 'cause I'm tired or my brain's going. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of for me, last night was a little late night. A couple of the girls and me went out
Oh
after
yeah.
work.
Y'all had cheese logs or mozzarella sticks, whatever it was.
They were mac and cheese balls with
Mm,
a cheese log.
that's
No,
good.
they were
Oh, that's gonna fuck your stomach
amazing.
up.
Yeah, my stomach's a little messed up today.
Mm-mm.
I'm a little tired. Yeah.
Yeah. No, ma'am. That's that MSG. Isn't that what it's called?
What the hell's MSG?
The chemicals and shit that are in processed food
Oh,
like that.
oh,
Isn't that what it's called? MSG?
I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
And
No, it was
anyway.
just I overate. Yeah. And it doesn't work well with my stomach.
The IBS girlies can't be down in cheese logs and mac and cheese balls, honey. That's not the way it goes down.
No, no. So
I'm sorry you're feeling down. I'm feeling down too.
I feel like sometimes we're on the same, our
Yeah, we
ups and
are.
downs are very much
Usually when I'm
coincide
down,
with
you're
the,
down. Yeah. I don't know if I would ever really say I'm up, but
yes, I think
not
so.
lately. I feel like it's either here or it's
The way
low.
you
There's
said that broke my heart. Not lately.
I mean, when am I ever really like, "Oh my gosh, hi!" Like, that's not really,
That's not
I
you.
don't know if I've ever been like that.
No. When I gave you a TV for Christmas.
I know, I posted that. Do you see that? That one
Yeah,
just lives in my heart. I love that, makes me so happy, and Jordy always says it makes him happy when he sees it too.
the
That's
excitement
that's the
just
last time I've ever been that happy. 1996. 1996, that's all. 30 years ago. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I know, I need you guys to move out here because I don't know if anybody else feels this way. I'm saying this out loud. Maybe the 2 people that listen to this will respond back, but I feel like, no, actually, I'm gonna say that first premiere of this season, the people were tuning in, so thank you actually,
Clock
because
it, clock
yeah,
it.
clock it, because that was a big I was like, "Oh, okay." We were away for 4 months, but the people were gonna still keep it at keep
Die
checking in.
hard,
I
die
know, so
hard.
thank you everybody for doing that. But I always get, like, this down, like, upsetment that's like, I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, like, time is passing so quickly. My brother's gonna be 30 this year.
Ugh.
I keep chasing
That was
after."
another thing that he was like, "We really gotta talk about my birthday." I'm like, "It's March."
I know, but it'll be here before you know
I
it.
know, but I think I'm having a hard time
Accepting it.
accepting that he's gonna be 30 years old. I
Well,
mean,
then
I'm
I
so happy, but
yeah, of course.
yeah.
Well, then I was like, "Oh, I just get so sad because I feel like I keep, like, envisioning this, like, like when you see in the movies where it's, like,
I
the
know.
clouds and the like, and that's not, like, heaven. I'm talking about, like, a magical, like, moment where you're like, "Oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh, this is it," and it's like
This is it.
yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, I always, like,
Like it was
fantasize."
with that first one,
Which first one?
that first place we looked at.
Oh, I know. No, but I'm not talking yeah,
Oh,
like, I'm talking about the first place we viewed as an apartment, but I'm talking about, like, in life, meaning, like,
oh, yeah, yeah.
I want you and Brett to be closer. I feel like, oh my gosh, I always get, like, this, like, sad feeling where I think, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to, like, live without my mom, and I waste so much time not being with her," and I'm like, "Why am I thinking about these things?" Like, they make me so sad. Like, I'm like,
I
"Why am
know,
I thinking like that?"
I
And,
know.
I was just, like,
I
watch
was listening to a song today when I ran to the store
and you
by not
cried?
yeah, by Niles Horn and
Niles?
somebody's Niall Horn? Is
Niall
that it?
Horan, yeah.
And somebody Smith or something? It's called Drive Safe.
Okay. Do you know
Oh
who
my
Niall Horan is?
yeah, he's from One Direction.
Oh, clock it.
Um,
The 1D
yeah.
listeners will be really excited you got that.
And it was called Drive Safe, and it was like, I don't know, it just hit me, and it was a song, and I was like, "Oh,
You
yeah."
cried, didn't you?
It was I got a little teary-eyed, and I blared it and, like, ran and, like, went around the corner to finish listening to it.
Just to keep the flow going? You said Niall Horan and something Smith?
Yeah,
Um, Drive Safe?
yeah,
Oh, Miles Smith.
Miles Smith.
Isn't Miles Smith the one that's like, "I hope you know I will carry you home"? No. Wait,
Mm,
isn't that oh, no, that's Alex Warren, isn't it? I don't know, I can't get anyone right, I'm
I don't
delirious.
know, but it was a
And
really pretty song, and I don't know when it came out, but I don't know if it's new or old, but I was like, "Oh, it's one of those days."
yeah, why do we live in that kind of place? Like, what happened to us as people like, that we think that way? I'm just like, I just want to, like I don't need to be filthy rich, I just wanna wake up every day to have something that gives me fulfillment and pays my bills and I live comfortably and comfortably to the effect that I can like have a guest house in the backyard that you
Yeah.
can live in and then Brett can have one. So like I don't want to be rich for like selfish reasons. I want to be like rich or have like a financial
Right.
comfortable life because I want to be able to support not only myself but like you or like Jordy and Brett. I'm like, Brett's been through so much in his life. It'd be nice to take like a load off of him and be like, hey, like find a passion and just like go chase it. Don't worry about having like to make money. Same thing for you. I'm like, all right, she's put in her dues. She's taking care of people. She works in a fucking hospital. She's a nurse. Like, all right, Barb, like use the rest of your life to like just have fun and live free. Like, and I'm like, I want to work. I like working. I like being creative. I like having outlets and doing things. But I'm like, people, I want to make money from it. Like I want to make
Yeah.
money off of something that I feel fulfilled in. And
No,
that's where
I
like,
love what I do.
no, I know you do.
Yeah, I love what I do,
But
but
if I
it's
said,
just
"Mom, I'm able to," you would be like, "Okay," in a heartbeat. So I'm like, let's be real. I would not be able to do that, right? Like I would not be
Yeah.
able to not find something that makes me like tick and feel good. And that's why I'm like in such a weird place with like career and my professional personal life because I'm like I'm over chasing after things and wanting to do something that really lights me up that can be a career, right? And I think I'm in that period where it's like, okay, use the things that pay your bills, but then turn the thing that's your passion into your business. I don't fucking know, but that's my
Look, I
mantra.
remember when I was your age and I'd be like, "Oh, like, I don't need to worry about my future," you know what I mean?
I
Like,
never
and then
thought that though.
here I am, and I'm like, technically, you know, years are coming that how much longer am I able to work?
Did you ever reach back out to Nikki, the financial advisor?
No, because I'm like, I really need to get settled there because I'm gonna do things here, and everything I'm doing here is just gonna stop
Yeah,
because
but she can help you like plan it out. I don't know. She told me last time I had a meeting with her that she said you ghosted her. So I'm like, you need to circle back with her. You're terrible at those
Yeah, yeah,
things. So
no, I am terrible at those things. But I was just like, anything that I have here with where my work, it's gonna have to flip over and I'm gonna have to really get down to the facts when I move because it's gonna be a new job, switching all that stuff, putting it in something different of what the money that I have for my job, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
I side note, you just made me think. I had like something came in the mail where I had like I guess when I was freelancing, they like take out money and it goes in the state of California and it's like some type of like investment or something. And I got in like a letter from it. It's saying that I had like an amount of money in it. So I had to call my financial advisor for them to like put it in my IRA that I
oh,
have with them. And they're like, the amount that's getting transferred is $22.47. I'm like, girl, you can keep the fucking amount at this point. $22. That can't even buy you a meal at fucking McDonald's
that's
at this
alright.
point.
It'll collect interest. Put it yeah. It all
Um,
it all matters. Again, at
no,
my
I just
age, it all
I didn't
matters.
even know that that existed. That's why I was like
Me
so confused. I'm
neither.
like, what is
Yeah.
this? Um, but I know how you're feeling emotionally. I was at the movies after, when I go to the movies alone, you always ask like, "Oh, how are you feeling? Are you all right? You feel like something's going on with me?" But I saw Pillion, the movie with Alexander Skarsgård, and it's like a queer film, and it has oh my gosh, what's Dudley? Harry Potter's a cousin. He's the love interest of Alexander Skarsgård in the movie.
The redhead?
No, that's Ron.
Oh.
Dudley is the one that's like the cousin who like bullies him and shit and lives with like Aunt Petunia and
Oh,
like
oh, oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they're in it. And I was like kind of nervous to go by myself because I'm like, oh, I'm not really in the mood to cry. Like, I don't want to, I'm just trying to get out of my head. And I cried a little bit watching the movie because it's a queer film. And I
Aw.
just thought, oh, wow, like I actually wanted Brett to see it. That's why I called him, but I still haven't gotten a call back from him about it. But I called him to tell him, oh my gosh, I think you would really love this movie because
You
it
have to add when you say that, you have to add cricket sounds.
yeah, like because it's gone unanswered. And I was like, I think that people get it at this point if I'm saying it. They're like, oh, Brett hasn't called him back. That's what it means. Brett's ghosted me like you did your financial advisor. But I was thinking, oh, Brett would really get like enjoyment out of this. It's about like a queer, like self-discovery and finding love. And spoiler alert, the mom dies. And that made me think of
Shit.
you. So that fucked me up because I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it's like, just this person has to navigate life alone without their mom. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. So I don't know how the fuck you move on from that. I can't do it. So, but I was watching it and I got emotional because I'm like, oh, there was such a point in my life where I resonated with, I sounded like I was going to cry, where I
I
was,
know.
I wasn't, I
I
don't know why.
know. You made me like, "Oh my
No, I
gosh."
wasn't. I caught myself. I wasn't going to. I don't know why that happened,
Oh,
but
I think maybe you were.
I wasn't. I would tell you if I was. And I was thinking how it resonated with
You
me
are
because
my son.
I'm really not. If I was crying, I would tell you if I was crying. Trust me. I've called you multiple times and have been like, I'm crying. You're like, what's wrong? That there was a point in my life where like no one has a clear roadmap of who you are, a blueprint of like this is who you are as a gay or queer person, right? Like it just you figure it out. Like I mean, I feel like I'm not going to speak for straight people. I mean, you can tell me, but like you kind of just exist. Like you kind of just are there. No, you don't. There's no real like
No.
discovery of it. Like there's not so much of like nooks and crannies of what that looks like. And I feel like in a queer community, like there are differences and your understanding. And I just felt like there was a point in my life where I put so much like stock into somebody who I don't know why I felt the need to do this, but I think it's because I wanted to feel like liberated. And I almost felt like I kind of let him get the best of me and not change who I was, but it made me feel like I would always like placate to what this person wanted to do instead of like who I am and my values and what I stand for. And I kind of just would like let that happen. And that's kind of what happens in this movie. And I'm like, oh, I kind of feel bad for my younger self that let that happen because like it's just sad to think that I was at a place where I didn't really know myself to be like, I don't fucking deserve this. Fuck this person. Fuck the circumstances. Like, I'm not going to accept this. But
Yeah.
I think when you're seeking love and validation and you're exploring your sexuality, you kind of just are like, well, why not? Like, I don't know. You just kind of get lost in it a little bit. So I left there having a little bit more like love for my younger self. And then I called Jordy and I was like,
Grace.
Grace, yeah. And I called Jordy and I told him that, but I said, "Oh, I wanted to call and tell you that, I love you because like how special it is that
Aw.
I can have like a relationship with you." I keep telling I'm not a
Alright,
relation.
I think he's breaking down, folks. I
Yeah.
think he's really trying to hold it in. He really
Uh,
wants to let one trickle.
yeah, maybe.
We're gonna see it going down this week.
Subconsciously. And the only thing that's wet right now are my armpits because there's 3 fucking lights still beating at me. So and I just was telling him how much I loved him and, like, how special it is that I have somebody that I don't ever feel like I feel safe in a way that I'm just myself, and I don't ever feel like I have to, like, bend or conform to be somebody that I'm not. Like, of course, in a relationship, you bend for the other person to
Of
some
course,
extent, but I didn't feel like
but
I
not bend of
no, like, losing my about no, and I
who
just
you are. Yeah, you
yeah.
bend to merge together. You don't bend far of, like, "You're gonna conform to me," kind of.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, and that's how I felt, so I told him that,
Aw.
and last night before he left, I was like, "I'm annoyed at you." Love changes quickly because to my I shouldn't have he, like, will ask me how my day is, and, like, with me, that's not a one simple question, and he was doing it to pack for his, like, work trip that he left this morning, and, like, he was packing last night. It was, like, 9 o'clock at night, and he's doing it, and I'm like, "Well, so I think I wanna take over the world, and I wanna do" and I'm like, "Okay, maybe not the right time or place." And then he kinda just was like, "Yeah," like, and I could tell he was trying to pay attention, but that upset me because I'm like, "Oh, he doesn't care." And I obviously know that he cares, but it was not the right time to, like
Really indulge. It was just a quick
yes.
question.
It was like,
He
"Hey, we only
just
have a
wanted
certain amount of"
right, he just wanted, like, a real quick, "Oh, things are going good," like,
Yeah, but
blah,
I'm
blah,
not like that,
blah,
so I
and
realized our conversations are never like that because I'm always like, "I wanna know exactly how you are." Oh my gosh, get out, he's calling me. Isn't that weird?
that is.
You're on the podcast right now, and I'm not cutting this out.
Bienvenidos.
Are you done lunch?
Hola.
My mom said,
Yeah, we
"Hola."
had lunch. Hi, Barb. Hold on. I'm calling my boyfriend's mom.
Oh, look how that is so cute.
Um,
Can
Are you
I
having
Drive
fun?
from Mexico.
my mom said, "Are you having
Oh,
fun?"
yeah. We just we had lunch. We hung out in the pool for a little bit, and now we're taking a break before dinner at 7:30. So I'm gonna take a nap because my narcolepsy is like, "Hey, girl."
It's creeping up.
Yeah, it's creeping in.
That's hilarious. Well,
Okay,
not that you
well-
have narcolepsy, but it's hilarious that I literally was just speaking about you on the podcast, and that's why I said I'm not cutting this out, because I was telling my mom about Pillion after I saw it. I called you, and then I was telling my mom about how last night I was like annoyed because I was trying to tell you something, and then it wasn't your fault because I like hit you with a lot as you were trying to leave, and basically that I love you. So it's just interesting that you called right then and there.
My ears were burning.
I
That's the
know.
thing.
I know. I'm not kidding.
And that wasn't sunburn.
I believe you.
My mom said that wasn't sunburn. She's so funny.
I don't get it.
Because you said your ears were burning. You're in the sun. You're in Mexico. So she was trying to be funny and clever.
Oh, oh my God, Dar, that was a really, really good one.
I know. She's proud of herself. All right. Well,
Usually gets my jokes.
she said you usually get her jokes. Not
Yeah.
that one. Not that one. Okay.
Maybe because I'm on a different
Time zone.
time zone.
Exactly. All right. Well, I'll
Okay.
call you when I'm done here if you're able to answer.
Adios, sí, señor. Perfecto.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
Hasta mañana.
My corazon.
What?
Isn't that
What?
my court? Isn't it my
Your cortisone 10? That's the medicine that you put on when you're itchy.
No,
Cortisone?
no, isn't it my corazon?
What is that? What is your cortisone?
You might want to look that one up.
I thought it was heart.
Cynthia Lee Fontaine? Oh, my heart?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was right. I didn't say it right.
Mi amor.
No,
Mi amore.
that's love. All right. Well, whatever. You get the point. Love you.
Adios, my corazon.
There. Period.
Adios, my mucho calzone.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
I'm glad you bye.
We're keeping that in there. So besides, okay, so yeah, it wasn't that serious, but you know, that's how I get my feelings. And then I was trying to think what else.
Yeah, because see, I was in my feelings and I was going through trying to watch something and I was going to put the Eric Dane on. And I was like,
no, I'm not. I can't. No,
I'm like,
I can't
I
bring
can't do
myself.
that today. I
Mm-mm.
can't do it today.
No, I can't do that either.
Yeah, like just the clips, I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, no, from what I've seen already shared on social media, I can't do
Yeah.
that right now.
No.
Oh, what I wanted to say about him, Jordy, was that I've talked about on the podcast, I think like not last week, the week before, or I think it was last week. I was saying how I've been in like my head, or I've been like, you know, kind of just thinking about like finding my voice and like, you know, how I'm showing up and just being like myself, you know, like kind of realizing that I have more insecurities than maybe I thought that I do and I've overcome. So last week, well, this week, he was literally saying, I want you to do something. We're going to keep doing what we did last time. And he's like, I want you to come out here and pretend you're a cat and do improv. And I said, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. So I literally did come in at first and I tried to commit to it because I was going like, and I was like, I couldn't do it. I had to stop. I couldn't do it. I was like, meow. I'm like, what else do I do? Like, I just can't take myself serious. And I know that's the
you
point.
rub up against things and you say, meow.
I know, but I'm like, you want to fuck me after, like, you want to fuck after something like that? After your man's meowing like a cat in the living room? Like, really? Come on.
To each their own. Each their own.
I'm like, I wouldn't think I was attractive anymore. I would lose
your pulse.
Yeah, I'm just like, I can't take myself serious anymore. Like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, so I'm like, I can't.
But you have to video one of those.
Well, so one that I did commit to, he said, okay, don't do the cat. I want you to come out as a pageant queen, like you're Miss New Jersey.
Wait, a piece of hair or something.
Talking about a cat, you're coughing up a hairball. Coughing up a hairball, bitch. And he was saying that I have to be a Miss America pageant and I got to represent Miss New Jersey. So I was like,
okay.
I actually did do that. I came out and I was like, hi, in New Jersey, we don't pump gas, we pump fists, like something stupid like that. And I just like did like the pageant wave. And I did commit to that, but I was like, I still feel
a good one.
I still feel stupid doing it, but being a person as opposed to a cat, I could relate to more.
Yes,
So
because you're getting into, like, your housewife kind of
yeah, I
tagline.
guess maybe it was like an alter
Yeah.
ego a little bit,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
but, I still don't think I would be saying I pump this and not gas, but sure, that was just the first thing that came to mind. I was like, "Can I incorporate Wawa somehow and make this fabulous?" I don't know.
Right. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So, yeah, that was what Jordy is giving to me again. It's like his little love language to help me push outside my boundaries because that is
I
very
love
much like
that.
who he is. So, it's special
I
that he
love
can do
that.
that for me. It's maybe not going as quick as I would like, but we're getting there. So, we're getting there. Sorry, I just felt the droplet of my armpit
Oh
hit
my
my
god, stop.
so it's a little moist down here still. We're gonna dab that a little bit. Girl, okay, I need the people to know, Barb, if you just heard that,
Sorry.
she she sniffles so much on the podcast,
But I
and
know why
yeah,
now.
well, I was gonna say, this is a perfect opportunity for you to tell people that you're decided to get cosmetic surgery and get a nose job, a rhinoplasty, which you always
It's
wanted.
it's not a real nose job. It's just I have some cartilage that is deforming in my nose because I have a deviated septum and I have to get it like shaved off kind of, which I was telling the girls that I went out with last night and
Yeah, the mac and cheese girls.
they were hysterical laughing with tears in their eyes.
At your
And they
nose
were
or the
like the whole thing, because they were
why?
like because I had to start out saying that I went to the doctor
Uh-huh.
for my tongue,
Okay.
and the one girl said, "Oh, right, the Atlas tongue."
Oh, because you got something going on with your tongue too from, like,
It's
menopause or whatever it is.
geographical tongue, not
Yeah,
Atlas tongue.
I don't
So
think
we were just
honey, I don't think the hold on, I'm calling my mom audience is I'm not getting it, it's going over my head. I don't think they're getting it either, but sure, okay, Atlas, Encyclopedia, Geographical Tongue, whatever we're
yes.
calling it.
So then I had to tell them about my nose. So that's why I sniffle, I think, because it's, like,
That makes so much sense.
it's
But
messing with my breathing.
you've always said that.
Yeah,
You've always
it's
said that
messy.
though. So
Mhm.
Barb is on the fence, which she's revealed to me is that she needs to get it done, but she's a little scared. But I told them, look, if you're going all the way in, tell them to shave a little at the top here because you've always said that's where it is. Get rid
Yeah.
of this, tighten it up here, and voila. Why not
Voila.
bang it out and get the nose job that you like
I
commit
just
to
get
it?
the weirdest things. I just get weird
You
things.
do get weird things.
Yes.
You do get
And
weird
then I
things.
sit and think, "Oh, well, that's where Brett gets it from."
Okay, well, knock on wood.
Yeah, but that's like we always sit and say, "God, he's gets the weirdest things."
He
He's
does.
yes. If someone says, "Oh,
My brother's had fucking
99% of
whooping
the"
cough. Who has whooping cough? Tuberculosis. You get that in like the fucking Stone Age. I'm like, how does he get these things? How
Yeah,
does
he
someone
has
ever get
some
that?
things.
Am I allowed to
Yeah,
share that? I don't know. Is that something that we would be
I don't
secretive?
know.
I don't care. I think he'll be okay. But I'm like, I mean,
Or if
obviously,
they'll say, "Oh, 99% of the people take this kind of medication, you'll be fine," and he wakes up the next day head to toe in a total pepper
I
rash from head
I
to toe.
know.
Like, he just yeah,
Yeah,
so
he does have bad luck with stuff like that.
yeah,
I
so I'm
mean,
like, "Oh,
he did
maybe"
have a brain tumor that was rare. So I mean, it's not
yeah,
funny, but like, if we're gonna really draw the picture of people of the
yeah,
kind of things that he gets that are statistically in someone's favor of not getting it, that's Brett
yeah,
of getting it.
and he goes next week for his yearly, checkup.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wish I was home for that.
yeah. I mean, we're always calm, but I guess in the back of our heads, we're always just need that clarification.
No, yeah. I mean, no
Yeah.
matter how and any year that goes by, it still feels like we were just there. I always am a nervous wreck. I'm like, that's the reason why I hate being out here too, because I'm like, I get delayed information. I'm not there. I don't know. So I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, no one's texting me back. Is the end of the world happening to Brett and my mom? Just get horrible news. What do I do? And I'm like sitting here picking my fingernails by myself, trying to fight through it. So yeah,
Yes, as you went to the doctors this week, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be me and Callie's biggest
Beef.
beef is I need things like this if I, especially with your brother and stuff. Like when I need a
Oh, like
doctor,
available access to
yes,
healthcare. Yeah.
yes.
Good luck.
It's very
Your
difficult.
human rights of healthcare. Oh my gosh. Good luck.
Yeah,
Good
here
luck.
I have the access. I know how to do it. We get the responses there. I don't know what kind of system you have there, but me and that system are going to have beef. We're going to have
Well,
big beef.
I
Yeah.
have beef. I have beef. Beef. Beef.
Oh,
Beef. Beef.
beefs.
Beef.
Beefs?
Beef. Yes. Beef. I have beef because we didn't get to talk about this, and I'm gonna change names for the sake of this because listen, one thing about this podcast is I could sit there and say and laugh and be self-deprecating that like no one listens to it, but you'd be surprised that someone comes up and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love your podcast. I love the episode with you and your mom." And I'm like, "Oh shit, that person like you just never know,
Yeah, yeah,
not that
yeah.
we're saying anything bad about people, but I just am like, you never know. There was a work person that listened to it. I'm like, "Oh, they might have a completely different view of me after
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
don't know." So, I have a friend named Stacy, and Stacy has known me to be really close with one person in my life previously before, right? And I don't bring up this person in my life because it's in the past unless it's warranted. Okay. There's something relevant, something current, something that somebody else brings up to me. And I feel like anytime it is brought up, Stacy feels dismissive towards me and shuts me down with it. And I have a problem with that because I feel like if you are a friend and you are like fucking with somebody till the wheels fall off, which is how I'd like to believe that I am, and I would hope that my friends would show up that way,
Of
that
course.
it shouldn't be that every time that particular person's brought up in the of the past, we can't talk about it. And I feel like when me and this person in my past have separated and have no longer like continue to stay in each other's lives, there was a clear divide of friends that like some went on one side and some went on the other. And I'm like, hey, I've accepted that, but that doesn't mean that
Yeah,
that doesn't hurt still of knowing
of
that like
course.
to me it made me feel that people like that person more than me. And that's fine because the people who hindsight looking back, they're not my people, so it's cool.
I think it's like a divorce, right?
Yeah.
When people divorce and you're friends with people, unfortunately, some people have to go with one person of the couple and some people have to go with another person of the couple, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Well,
can't
that's why
be
it's like
friends with
with
both.
both. Well, so then that's kind of where I feel this gets sticky is because Stacy, I feel like plays the middle a little bit. Um, and I feel like I've shown up for Stacy as a real friend, and I can't speak on the person that is no longer in my life that if they still show up for Stacy like that, but I feel like I have shown up for Stacy. And I brought it to Stacy's attention that I have felt kind of shut down by this. And it just made me feel like it almost made me feel like a kid, like I'm doing something bad, even though I'm not. Like, listen, we all love to be a little messy. The things that are coming up are not messy. They're like real things that have just organically come up in
Right.
conversation by other people. I'm not living in the past of this person, but I feel like it just is what it is, and sometimes it'll come up. And I felt a certain type of way about Stacy and the way she handled this last time this person was brought up. And it just hit me different. I don't know. I just couldn't shake it off. And this is the type of person that I am emotionally, where I feel like I carry that and I dissect it and I'm like, I overanalyze it. And it could be nothing, but I'm just like, this is like a couple times now that this has happened. And I stumbled upon this is why social media can be so bad. Somebody's Instagram that Stacy was not a fan of. Stacy would dog out to me, and it was this person was celebrating something, and Stacy saying, oh my gosh, we need to do it again. We need, and the person whose account this was someone, I hope this is not getting confusing, but was somebody who talked negatively about me to this person in my past, and I no longer talk to this person because of that. Because I'm like, oh, you're texting this person saying like, I fuck with you, I don't fuck with him. Like,
Right, right,
so,
right.
and I never did anything to this person. So I was like automatic unfollow when it happened. I was like, when you see me out, don't say hello, don't be
Right,
fake,
right.
because I never did that to you. And Stacy was in an agreement with me on that. But now I'm seeing Stacy with my ops in the comments riding out for this person. And Stacy never told me that they were fucking with this person like that again. And I just felt like, okay, this person Stacy's in the comments cheering on, is friends with this person in my past, and it feels like they're all connected in a world that maybe I don't know how deeply they're connected. And I thought me and Stacy were riding out, and now it's
Yeah.
making me feel like, Stacy, I might need to keep you at an arm's length, honey, because I don't know if I need to be like divulging things that I thought I could. Because I feel like when you are somebody's true friend and you ride out for them, you are able to be yourself and not have to think twice about what you say. Granted, obviously, it's like if you say fuck your mom or something, yeah, of course you like, you don't say things like that. But meaning like if you show up and like tell somebody what's really going on in your life, or like something that happens, you should be able to do that. I feel guarded and protected now around this person. And it makes me contemplate how I want to like establish moving forward with them, if I'm being honest with you, and that's kinda upsetting to me.
Yeah, but is Stacy, like, friends with Hugh and this person's just an acquaintance and it
Hugh?
huh?
Hugh? Is Stacey friends with Hugh?
No, if Stacy's good friends with you.
Oh, okay, sound like you said Hugh.
No,
I was
if,
like, "Girl,
like,
we're getting lost with the names
Stacy's
now."
good
Hugh,
friends
Stacey.
with you and the other person, they're just, like, acquaintance with, and they're just being nice, and they're just, like, in the same realm
Mm,
maybe of, I don't know, work or pleasure or friend group or something, but they're just being, like, polite and nice and just that kind of
maybe, but I
thing.
think the thing
Yeah,
that rubs me the wrong way is that Stacey makes me feel whenever this is brought up, and mind you, I'm not talking to other people like I am with Stacey about this person that was in my life, because Stacey knows this person, and other people that know me more recently don't know that person, so it's irrelevant for me to bring that up. But with
right,
Stacey, I feel like this is someone that I've known for quite some time that I can talk about those
right,
things.
right.
And I feel like when I've done that, it has felt shut down. And also, I found out Stacey does not follow the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom Instagram account, and is a fake fan. So Stacey got me all the way
Oh.
fucked up.
Yeah, Stacy, come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
So am I petty to feel this type of way? I'm sorry. I'm like, I couldn't. I was almost like, oh, I almost want to like bring it to Stacy, but I don't even want to at this point, because I just feel like with me, I get into this territory where it's like, if I've already expressed something in a nice way to somebody about how I was feeling, but the same
Right,
thing keeps
right,
happening, it's going to make it feel like I'm nitpicking
right,
or
right,
I'm critiquing, which is something that I
right.
do fall into as a human, because I feel like, oh, when I'm hurt, I need to let this person know. But then on the other hand, that person then will feel like, well, I can't ever win with Paul. It's always,
Yeah,
I don't feel like it's that big of an ask, because I felt like it was genuine and wholehearted when I've expressed it. But I just am really surprised, because I just feel like I've really been there for Stacey at her lowest of lows. And I know this sounds petty, but like supporting the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast, and knowing how much you mean to me and the project, and like this passion that goes
yeah,
behind it, and
yeah.
love, that also was kind of like the cherry on top of the sundae, if you will. So I'm feeling a certain type of way about it.
Yeah, I could see why you were feeling certain kind of way about it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I think I kind of just leave it where it's at. I don't know. I don't think, I almost feel in my gut it's not even worth bringing it up.
Yeah, because you have to kind of be like, is this person like
I don't think it's malicious, but I think
no.
it's still hurtful though.
Yeah, of course. And then you have to think like, is this person like really someone in your life, like daily, knows your whole
Not
life,
daily,
or
but I
just
felt like there's certain friends that you just like feel like
connect with?
that
Yeah.
you've known, that you just feel like are
Yeah.
like lifelong friends, right? And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that unspeakable language where it's like, oh, you feel safe with them. They get you.
Yeah.
No matter how much time you don't see them or spend with them. So yeah,
And
I
then
don't
is that person going through something themselves and they're just on their own journey and being
true, but like when is it
yeah.
time for me to have my my
Yeah.
if I show up for Stacy, why can't Stacy show up for me?
Well, that's why you should never have expectations for people because then you won't ever be let down.
I know, but that's really hard for me because I think, well, then I don't know how to invest in someone and
Yeah.
not feel that they aren't gonna do the same with me. That's just how I lock in
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
friends because once again, I'm an extremist. I'm like, I will always be ride or die
Ride and
you.
die.
If you
Yes.
show me loyalty, you
Yes.
will even my best friend, somebody could sit there and say something about them, right? To me. Oh, I was gonna talk to you about this too. Like, say something about them to me, and I'm always gonna defend my friend. I can accept what someone says that may be true, but what
Right.
we talked about last episode, I'm never gonna punk out my friend in front of somebody
Right.
else
Right,
ever.
right, right.
And I felt like this is also like a quality of like you that I kind of learned is like we're not uh and this ties into something that I also want to speak to you about is that we we don't cut people you don't cut people off, right? You're not a cutter
Right.
person off. I mean,
No.
hello. We've talked about you always feeling like, you feel bad for my dad and like whatever and you
Yeah.
people in your family,
I
but I
always
feel
like to look at people like that there's more to them, you
well,
know?
but as your son, I feel like I've seen people treat you like shit, and I've cut them off because I don't like the way that they've treated
Yes.
you. So I
Yes.
feel like as my mom, it's like I almost learned through seeing you get hurt that I am maybe a
Yeah.
little bit more quick to cut people off. I haven't
Yeah,
always
yeah.
been like that, but the older that I'm getting now, it's not almost a cut off. It's just like
At your defense.
you stay there and like
Yeah,
I'm
it's your
good, but
defense.
it
Mhm.
hurts so much to know that I'm consciously doing that I have to make a conscious effort to separate this person from me and not allow them in so deeply into my life.
Right.
Um, but I was like, "Oh, I really learned that because you're the nicest person. You always believe somebody, can always
Oh,
change
thanks.
and have like the benefit of the give them the benefit of the doubt." But the problem is like that's not always the case and you get hurt and then you put yourself out there, they take advantage of it and then, that isn't right. So I'm like, you don't cut people off. I guess I cut people off to some degree, but I don't feel like I'm so flippant with it. Like I don't just like cut somebody off because like
Well,
there's
I
so
think
many
it
people.
hurts. Like, I think it weighs heavy on you, but I do think that, like, you are not, like, vicious with it. Do you know what
No.
I mean? Like, I don't give a shit about them and da 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 da, and I don't care. You know what I mean? I think you just
Well, perfect example. I
put
was
your
thinking,
boundary up and kind of put a wall up. And it's a defense. It's a defense.
but this is really like show like to me, I don't talk to like my mom's dad. Not there's no beef like on my end. It's just like I was a kid. I watched him, and I will say this till the wheels fall off, treat my mom in a non-respectful way that I thought was really awful. And was I bared witness to that. And I don't ever feel like I got an apology on my end for being a kid and being collateral damage of that. And the way my mom was hurting made me be like, I don't ever want to be
Right.
around this
Right.
person because I saw my mom, who I love so much, get hurt.
Right.
And I would think that that would make somebody who, like, if that's your parent, and they see your kid love you that much, that would be like, "Oh my gosh," and wanna, like,
Yeah.
acknowledge that and make something accountable, and they never have, and so to me, I'm like, I didn't cut them off, I just don't speak to them because
Right.
they
Right.
chose not to make an effort with me, and I'm the kid. It's like the
Right.
same thing with Paul Senior, like, that's the thing, like, that kinda ties us up about giving people chances is, like,
Right.
I did get an update from him.
Oh.
He did text me. I know
Oh.
a change of events from last week, and I did get a text, and there was slight accountability, but there was an apology, but it was, I didn't do this to you. Like, it was almost like splitting hairs of what was done. And this is where I'm like, okay. So a person who would really cut somebody off would not even give somebody the time of day to do this. And this is where I feel like I'm you in the sense of your kid. Like, okay, I kind of want to like accept that it was an apology, but it still feels like half-assed to me. So now how do I like rebound from this? Like, what do I do from this? You can't sit there and say like, well, I might, I
So I
might
was watching something, and I don't know where I was watching it, or it came up on a feed or something, and it was about kind of about this, and it was about like the capability. Oh, I think it was like talking about like estrangement from parents and and children, and
something of no contact, I'm sure,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's such
yeah,
like
yeah,
a yeah. I'm like,
yeah,
girl,
yeah,
there's
and it
levels to
was
this shit. I've been doing this for
yeah,
years.
and it was something saying, I'll have to send it to you because I saved it or something, but it was something about the expectations of the capability of that person. Are your expectations saying that is that person have the capability to really um understand or be
Mhm.
able to communicate? Like, what is their capabilities? Is the expectation so high?
Mhm.
Like, you have to put that person in, where are they capable of understanding and being able to communicate the way you want them to, or understanding. So it was a whole thing about that, and I thought that was a good word, and that's what they kept saying, that like it was a capability.
Yeah, I get that because I
Yeah,
I know certain people can't operate. We can't expect everyone's gonna process things and react the same way that we do. I think that's like what makes people special. Is some people have really high emotional intelligence, some people are really smart.
yeah,
And but my thing is I can't feel like I can't move forward in my gut just because someone's lack of capability like is saying to them like, "Well, I love you." And I'm like, "That's great, but like the true definition of love is different than what I think you believe." So like
but it's
where
their capability of understanding what their love is and what your love
you're
is,
always so
what
pro
their
of it. I can't. Someone told me, they were like, "Your mom is always pro ever." Like, oh, someone literally just said this to me. They were like, "Your mom's always pro." I'm like, "I know, and that's fine. We need somebody that always plays that." But like
but yeah,
I
I like to play the like
I
the
know, but you it kind of
and
makes me
what I mean,
feel
because then what am I gonna sit and say? Like, I'm gonna be the Debbie Downer and be like, "Yep, that's it. No, you know what?
no, I
That's
want
it.
you to
I'm
be my
done."
mom and be
Yeah,
honest and be like, "No,"
yeah,
and like as your kid, no, it is not that once again, it feels like it puts me in a place
yeah,
where, okay, so I have to meet somebody whose capability is on ground zero, and that means diminish what I stand for, my moral integrity, my values, my emotional well-being, and I have to diminish that to meet somebody at fucking rock bottom to get there. That's not fair to me.
I agree with that 100%.
I know, but then when you say, "Well, that's their okay,
No,
well,
I
my
was just
capability
saying,
is not there. So what about my capability?
yeah,
Because my
I no,
capability
that's
is to go
why
further and
I
beyond."
yeah, that's why I'll have to send you this thing about it,
You do
because
that. You send that to
yeah,
me.
I will. 'Cause I
But
I just thought that was just a good word, and that's,
yeah, I get what you're
yeah,
saying. I understand what you're saying. I'm just
yeah,
saying it, giving you a hard time also because I like to
I know,
challenge you. But
I know.
I
But
just
challenging in a good way, because then you do sit, for anybody, being challenged doesn't mean it's an argument or anything. It's just a different perspective of
opinions.
opinions. Yeah,
Yeah, I know, but that's the problem is like, well, what makes something not an opinion? I'm going off of facts. Facts to me are like, can you in your gut to me, talking to myself, can
yeah,
Paul, myself, forgive, move past someone who's caused me so much harm in my life, who has caused a lot of deep hurt, emotional, layered damage to accept and I'm sorry I never hit you, you know, I've never done there's multiple versions of abuse, right? I've never done one of the 3 in their mind, so that means I'm okay. Well, I'm okay. I didn't do that. And that to me is like splitting hairs because if you were the real right type of bitch, you would say, "Guess what? You're right. Imma just say it from the chest. This is what it is. I hear you. You're right about this," or, "You know what? I'm not even gonna try to, like, pick apart what
Right,
it is."
right.
That is valid of what you're saying. You're right. That is what it is. But it almost feels like when you go, "Well, I'm sorry, but," like, that's how it feels, and I don't
Yeah.
feel like that's, like, respectful enough for me to sit there and say, "Do I accept that?" Because I'm only in this place because of you. I'm only in this weird place because of you. I'm only
Right,
in this
right.
uncomfortable space because of
Of
you.
course.
So I'm like, I don't know where the fine line is of
Or is it
lowering
more of a
lowering your values to
is it
meet
more of a
somebody.
d y is it more of a dialogue that needs to be done? Because then the more of the dialogue, the more that it breaks down that barrier of acknowledgement.
I know, but then what happens if you spend all this time breaking down
Yeah,
something and get no acknowledgement because I feel like that's what
yeah,
time has shown me.
yeah,
Like, I'm just gonna get, "Well, that's like, take
yeah,
it or
yeah, yeah.
leave it," like, and I'm like, "Well," like, exactly, like, take it or leave it. So what do I do? Do I just sit around and take it because I feel like I have to, or
Right.
do I really want it? But I don't feel like I can really want something where I don't see somebody else wanting it just as bad.
Yeah,
And loving somebody and saying those words, that's great. That's really nice. But to me, love isn't just like a word, it's an action
yeah,
and it's an emotion, and I need to feel that, and just saying that doesn't hold stake for me at this point in my life because I am so deeply loved by my boyfriend, my mom, my brother that I know what that feels like. So to me, to have someone just say that and it feels empty, I can't just accept that.
yeah. I know. I
So
c yeah,
I haven't, so that's like, I'm like, talk about cutting people off. I'm like, no, see something like that. I'm like, okay, well, I've gotten in sorry. So like, sure, that's like a little baby step. Okay.
right,
But
right.
I still need more than that because it's not
Yeah,
just like, "Oh, I shot you the finger and cut you off in traffic." It's like I've
right,
done
right,
things
right,
that are substantial.
right. This goes deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's deep, it's deep, and I think that's what it comes down to. It's very deep. It's not something
Well, it's
very
very layered.
superficial.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I have not responded yet because I feel like I'm gonna take time just the way that he did in responding, and I just don't know how much time and commitment I wanna keep doing in this back and forth. So, I just wanna think how I wanna proceed moving forward. So, I
Yeah,
obviously wanted to update you because I haven't told you all of it and in detail, and I feel like
yeah.
people have been listening along and, have been supportive of it, so I feel like it's only fair for them to hear what is happening, and that's where things stand. So,
Maybe we should bring someone else on family
I'll
therapy.
put another do a family therapist episode. Oh, you mean him?
Yeah,
Oh, you good luck.
maybe, right?
To do what?
Like,
Who's
sit and
mediating that?
a therapist.
Oh, you're talking, not the podcast, you're talking about.
No, no, like, really in our family therapy. So then someone can sit as you say something, then
But
can
see,
sit
that's the problem
maybe
is that I'm like,
educational wise, the therapist can put it down to the level of where he feels it needs to be reinterpreted.
but see, that's why I'm like, but we're in it because we're trying to fix ourselves because of this person to some degree. And I'm not going to put all the blame on this person, but like a good chunk of it is because of this person. And I'm like, so why the fuck am I trying to fix the people that I love the most and grow deeper with them and then have someone come in, make it toxic and taint the water. And then we got to placate to that again. Like that.
Because the real notch comes or the real knot or the real whatever of it comes from that. Like that's part of the
mm,
real deep, right?
I kind of disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like that's once again letting someone take something away that's special for us again to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I'm also like, if you really are about it, I shouldn't have to make you go to your first therapy session with me as a grown adult. Like that's something you should be like actively seeking on your own of wanting to be like, hey, I'm taking the steps to work on something,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be a better
Oh,
dad, to be a
I
better
agree
person.
with
I'm gonna
that.
do
Yeah.
my own work But sure, I will add along with this as well. On
Yes.
top of, the
Oh,
cognitive
I
behavioral
agree.
therapy.
Yes.
Like I want to hear you like meditating at night and in the morning. I want to hear you're on medication. I want to hear you are
Yes.
working
Yes.
with a somatic practitioner. Like I want to hear those things. And
Yes.
to
I
me,
do
your
agree with that.
first
Yeah.
entry point should not be with me, my mom, my brother on a family therapy with someone that I'm trying to like, work on my
I
own
know.
self and you guys. So
I know.
so yeah, we're gonna squash that little dream for now for you. Sorry. But I feel better. I'm tired actually as
Me
I let this
too.
all out.
I know it feels when
More
well,
we're
when you
talking about
let things
therapy.
out, yeah, when you let things out, sometimes it does make you feel a little better.
I'm like, bitch, I want ice cream. It's getting 6 o'clock. I'm like, I want ice cream right now. So I'm gonna take my ass to bed, get some ice cream. I was like, do I want to drive there or walk? I should get my steps in, but I said, I think I'm gonna drive there.
Are you?
So yeah, do I want to walk there and get ice cream, eat it by myself, and walk back? It's kind of like
No, why don't you DoorDash something? Then you don't have to leave it all.
no, because I was thinking about going to like the frozen yogurt place and I like putting the toppings on myself. I don't trust somebody to do it. Because like that's the weight. You want to know how much is in it and eye it up and stuff, so
Does the little things bring those things to you? Do they
oh, the
bring
little
everything?
the
The
robot things.
robots? Yeah, what are they
No,
called? I don't know what they're called. Do you know what they're called?
I just think they're called like the
Wemo? Oh, no, that's the
no, not the
cars.
Waymo. Yeah, they're just like the Uber Eats, like sometimes like delivery.
Robot, yeah,
Yeah,
Robert.
yeah, I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, good luck if that ice cream came to me and that thing would be melted by the time it got to the front door. So
Yeah, because you bitches are at 90 degrees.
yeah, well,
Ugh.
this thing has been sitting on my lap, so I'm sweating down here. So we need to air down the lower region. Barb, let's get into our outro, shall we?
We shall. All right, I'm hanging up now. Bye.
Call you later. Love
Call
you.
you later. Love you.
Wait,
What?
if you are not subscribed to the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast on YouTube, we drop our episodes every Monday at 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST. Please make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. That is really where the people are showing up. So I appreciate it. But we're also on Spotify and Apple. So please make sure, you're subscribed on there, following us on there, staying locked in. Follow us on Instagram at Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom. Follow us on TikTok at Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom. Like us on Facebook at Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom. And guess what? If you want to get in on the conversation, I say this all the time. Sometimes people take us up on it. Sometimes they don't. Email us at Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast@gmail.com. All right, Barb. Love you. I'll call you later.
Love you. Call you later. Ice cream time. Bye.
Ice cream time. Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, everyone. Love you guys.
Bye.